DSP work, whose cousin was a jailbird, a rogue, a bandit. He used to go to attack members of the public, including our policemen posted on vanguard duty. He used to go and attack them with his pump-action rifle. And having brought the arm, having known what the law is, I decided to confiscate the arm with my men in the office, because I am in charge of the office where firearm licenses are being renewed, especially double barrel shotgun. But having seen this prohibited arm, I decided to confiscate it, because we have earlier been warned to confiscate it. The next action this man did was to go to CCID and they report me to the brother, whose name was DSP Work, who used to usher rifles to bandits. And when they come, they make a return to him. He pulled me out of office, asked me to go and be clearing dustbin, all illegal dustbin. And when government vehicle are being sent to main road for clearing of dustbin, as women and all the rest, they used to send me to go and be controlling traffic. This is what I've been doing since 1998, when he pulled me out of office. I've been suffering till today. I went and complained to helter skelter, all the places. Nothing was done. Then I was asked to start putting up appeal letter, petition, which I started writing from that 1998 till date. Some of the letters are with me intact from the IG office, but nothing was done to allay my grief. I still continue. I'm doing the service still as CPS, but I'm not paid. Since I've been living under hunger and around starvation, Central Police Station, Obete, Enugu. It is at Enugu here. Obete, Enugu.
Yes, we've done our own, which is to write, and we'll keep writing to the authorities to do the needful. But I'm making a special appeal to the current Inspector General of Police. You're a father. This case didn't start with you. It has been on. And you may not even know about this case. It may not have been brought to your attention. So we must actually have to acknowledge that you're not the cause and you may not have been aware of it. But we're appealing to you. And I'm appealing, sir, imploring you to please look into this woman's case once and for all. If you resolved it, you must have touched an officer and even contributed to responsiveness that we need as leaders. Welcome to Breaking the Silence, the podcast that gives a platform to those whose stories too often go unheard. Here, we shine a light on the lived experiences of individuals, especially women and young people who have endured the unimaginable. Step into the world of survivors and victims of gender-based violence and human rights abuses as we bring their powerful voices to the forefront. But these aren't just stories of suffering or tales of woes. They are inspiring accounts of courage, resilience, and the unyielding human spirit. Each episode, we uncover how survivors reclaim their narratives and transform pain into purpose, refusing to let adversity define them. We invite you to join us in seeking justice and sparking change where it is needed. Together, let's break the silence and champion the cause of dignity and hope. I am your host, Professor Joy Ngozezinu, Senior Advocate of Nigeria and former United Nations Special Rapporteur on Human Trafficking and a passionate human rights defender. Together, it takes a community to break the silence, not just the victim or survivor. Break the silence now. Welcome to Breaking the Silence podcast. Here we raise the voices of victims and survivors of sexual and gender-based violence and other human rights abuses, giving them shoulders to lean on while supporting them in their quest for justice. And in today's episode, we confront the heart-wrenching reality of alleged institutional injustice and a betrayal of a gallant police officer woman, Grace, who served but was evidently forgotten. Grace evidently served Nigeria with all her strength, with passion, with dedication, with patriotism. But she has, from the look of things, been forgotten, not paid for many years because she tried to do her job right. Served but forgotten. Let's hear her.
My fellow officer, DSP work, whose cousin was a jailbird, a bandit. He used to go to attack members of the public, including our policemen posted on vanguard duty. He used to go and attack them with his pump-action rifle. For years upon years, our policemen have been killing our policemen and those who are on the road for trading and every other thing. Until this man came for the renewal of his pump-action rifle, procured, which has since been prohibited by the federal government, that all the pump-action rifle should be apprehended and confiscated by the police and put into police armory. Any pump action belonging to members of the public. And having brought the arm, having known what the law is, I decided to confiscate the arm with my men in the office, because I am in charge of the office where firearm licenses are being renewed, especially double barrel shotgun. But having seen this prohibited arm, I decided to confiscate it, because we have earlier been warned to confiscate it. The next action this man did was to go to CCID and they report me to the brother, whose name was DSP Work, who used to usher rifles to bandits. And when they come, they make a return to him. They share the money and they get out of it and they surrender the gun, which I did not know how they get to that. But this man revealed everything to me before the confiscation of his pump-action rifle. Having reported the matter to the brother, then the brother come forward and ask me, why should I disarm his brother, cousin? Onwundenola is the name of the brother, of the cousin. Do I know that by disarming the brother that I disarmed him equally? I said, but sir, I did not disarm you as my fellow police officer. It's just your cousin who came to us for the renewal of a prohibited pump action, procured one illegal weapon, which the authority gave order to confiscate. So not you, my dear fellow officer. Even though you are my superior officer, if you are with any gun, I cannot go beyond you. But these are the person you sent to me. I haven't found out, and after all the interview, I discovered that it was an illegal rifle. And I acted by instruction from the authority. He said, is that because I'm put in an office where I'm eating day in, day out. From henceforth, I be pulled out from that office. And to start with, I say that I am a child of God and child of Mary. Okay, from today, something greater than sword will pierce my heart. I will go on hunger. He pulled me out of office, asked me to go and be clearing dustbin, all illegal dustbin. And when government vehicle are being sent to main road for clearing of dustbin, as women and all the rest, they used to send me to go and be controlling traffic so that I will be there until they have finished clearing the dustbin before I come back to office. And every other incidental duty I've been sent. I've been sweeping gutter. I've been clearing grasses. I've been covered dustbin and all the rest of them. This is what I've been doing since 1998 when he pulled me out of office. I've been suffering till today. This is not just all. The next thing he did, having seen that I humbled myself and take up the charge and was doing it gladly, not minding the pence, because there is a DCB is there, a CPS is there, and all other police wife officers wife association shop complex, which was opened some time ago by somebody with just one DIG wife, Amina, came and opened it. So there are many shops there. And the school and churches, Catholic Church, Anglican Church, and all the rest. Yeah, he treated me to go and be sweeping the whole place, clearing all the grasses, which is sometimes I even found snake and kill inside the bush. I continue doing it with intention that my salary is going up. To my greatest surprise, at the end of the month, I came to office to collect my salary, and only to be heard that my name has been removed from pay voucher. This thing surprised me. I went and complained to Health Scared all the places. Nothing was done. Then I was asked to start putting up appeal letter, petition, which I started writing from that 1998 till date. Some of the letters are with me intact from the IG office, but nothing was done to allay my grief. I still continue. I'm doing the service still as CPS, but I'm not paid. Since I've been living under hunger and harassed starvation, Central Police Station, Obete, Enugu. It is at Enugu here. Obete, Enugu. That's where I served for all this while. All my fellow officers who were recruited at the same time with me at Uji Police College, some of them retired as Chief Superintendent of Police, CSP. Support. The other one, whom I know as Joy Eze from Udi, retired as a Commissioner of Police, Lagos. Because he happened to go as an only to one CP who was later given double promotion at one time as a DIG. That was in the person of Mr. J.O. Odu, when Lagos was the capital state of Nigeria. And so this my fellow officer, this my fellow colleague went there with them, and she was promoted to the rank of CP before her retirement period. Others, CSP. I know of Nene Ome. She was my squad mate. She retired us, and so many of them. I've forgotten some of them because of angrily, my heart was just drifted off because of sorrows. Eventually, I became a woman of sorrow acquainted in grief. Day in, day out, I was in hunger. With the exception of the Holy Eucharist, which I often go and receive before the Blessed Sacrament and ask God to take charge otherwise, so that I will not die of hunger and starvation before I will live and explain all this to my fellow countrymen and women. This was how it all happened till this present days I've just been living. Then, this is another story. My dear people, I hope you wouldn't mind me. If there's anyone that escaped my memory, and if I later remember it and come back to it, just take it from me, because so many things have happened all this while. It is a long story. I'm only cutting it short. Then this recent one was on the 3rd day of January, Friday. Our Honorable IG visited Enugu for conferences. On arrival at the conference, we greeted him, we saluted him, we gave him our official compliment, and all of us seated down. He addressed us so nicely. We were all glad. He gladdened our heart, in short. We were filled with joy that a father of that nature came and visited us. We were happy. After the conference, he was so much touched. Even he had a good mind to ask us if anybody has a question or whatever that is bothering us, that he is here as our father, that we should raise up our hand and come for the question and the problem and present it before him. I raised up my hand and he called me. Humbly, so he's a humble man indeed. I ran. I went before him, saluted him, paid attention, and gave him my official compliment. He received it honorably and asked me what. Even while I was going, some people wanted to stop me. But the man, how good he is, being the Honorable IG, he asked them not to stop me. That he is the one who asked, he gave the permit, who gave the excuse. He gave me the authority to come up and speak. That they should not disturb me, they should allow me to speak. I stood and to speak about my plight, my predicament for years upon years now. And after speaking, he was very much obliged to attend to me. He said, okay, I should not be worried. Do I have any of the document with me? I said, yes, sir. So I should bring it. He asked the orderly to collect it from me. I handed the whole thing over to them. This man was so kind enough. He asked the orderly to go to the booth and bring the amount of 100,000 and give to me to be feeding. He asked me, be feeding with that one so that you will not die of hunger. Oh, my daughter. Say, yes, sir. Thank you, Papa. God bless you. Say, thank you, my daughter. Oh, yeah, as you start going, he will see to the matter. I go. Before, immediately I turn back. Chief Actor, the Honorable Actor, Eze, raised up his hand and said that he wanted to say something. He was given the audience. Immediately he said, on behalf of this woman, for me to pay me for my retirement benefit, he is donating free will donation of 20 million naira to settle me for my retirement benefit, and finishes with it. People clapped a hand for both of them. Then I start going. Then the money was given past. He said to my former CP, in the person of Mr. Kanayo Vincent Vin Eze V Uzebu is the surname. that he will pass the money through him and which he will pay me. I greeted all of them and they left, which he really did. I left. And I was so much happy. I was very much grateful. If you see me that day, heaven reached me. And in fact, they were God sent. Those people were God sent to come and allay my grief. Then I left. Till this present date, no money was given to me in respect of sin. The whole thing was left, just damned, adamant. The money could not come to me. Okay, what happened is that I waited patiently to see if my honorable CP will call me and give me some of the money. Nothing was done. I waited though. I waited. Even to this present date that I'm with you people, nothing was done. What happened then next is that on the 19th, Wednesday 19th day of February, the AIG Detective Police College Enugu here called me before he was made the DIG and he left the detective. He sent for me. Everybody ran helter-skelter looking for where I am. I just came back from my worshiping ground from Holy Ghost Cathedral, where I used to worship with my fellow faithful people. I just came back. Then one inspector called. No, I've forgotten her name, but she's serving there, the detective. She said that the AIG want to see me most immediate. I said, yes, sister. The dress I'm wearing, I went up and followed them immediately. I've not even removed the dress from my body, even though it looked tattered, because since all the time, I did not see nice clothes to cover my naked body. I'm just, not to talk about hunger and around starvation. That one has become part and parcel of me. I followed them to Detective Police College. On reaching there, I saw the Honorable AIG. I greeted him politely. He welcomed me. He gave me a seat. He was so humble indeed and so friendly. After some time, he made an interview with me that told me that IG sent for me. I said, all right. I get seated. I thank him to have done noble by sending people to come and look for me. He asked me, he gave me some kola nuts. I greeted him. He's a kind man indeed, both of them. In about 30 minutes gone by, he called IG, the Honorable IG. He phoned him and told him that the woman police officer whom he asked to send for is now here in his office. He said, all right. He asked him to give me a phone. I collected the phone from him. Then the IG, the Honorable IG himself, asked me openly. He sent for me to know if that 20 million naira, which was donated by Chief Arthur Eze in honor of my retirement benefit, if the present CP, Kanayo, has given it to me or not. I said, sir, I did not receive such money. If the money was given to my CP, Kanayo, I did not see any money, and he had not called me to get any money from him. It's all right. That's all, ma'am. The AIG collected back the phone from me. And that was all. We closed up with the interview. Before I left, the AIG honorably, with his soul heart, gave me the sum of 30,000 naira to go and be fed and not to go hungry. He said, my daughter, don't go hungry. Eat, feed well. so that you will not die of hunger. You are one of us. Not minding that your superior police officer, WOG, DSP, agonized you, penalized you, punished you unjustly, but you will not die. We who are behind you, we will not allow anything bad to happen to you. Go now, eat whatever you like, and have joy of the day. Keep yourself moving until this matter will be heard. I say, thank you, sir. I left. Not just after about 1 week or 2 weeks, he was promoted to the rank of DIG, and he left the detective police office. He left detective of college, Enugu, and went to Abuja for the office of DIG. In the recent days, I wrote to this present CP, because the former one, my former CP, who was Mr. in the person of Mr. Kanayo V. Uzebu, has now gone on transfer for his post of a post of AIG at Ifitupo. From there, he worked his transfer again to Zone 9, Umuahia. After he has gone there, then the present CP came and took position, which I wrote to him. I attached all of them. With the present matter concerning the 20 million naira, I wrote to that and handed it over to him. Then I went there, they stamped my own letter, which I am with one of the copy. The rest are with them, which nothing has been done till this present date. And I am still living in around to starvation. Because those money that my fellow superior officers gave to me, I used some of them and settle the debt I owe since a donkey years ago. And use the rest and be feeding. And rightly now, a signal came and was stamped in our barrack, women police barrack, where I was officially quartered by the federal government, that the building is about to collapse due to constant rainfall and leakages, that we should pack out, we should vacate, we should quit from the quarters. Now, I don't even have a brass fighting to go inside the town and start looking for rented houses where to go and accommodate myself. And hence, I decided to make a haste for that 20 million naira to be remitted into my account to enable me go and look for water to a house, rented house outside barrack, and be feeding also. Be feeding as a human being is concerned. I need to eat. I need to eat, not to die of hunger and starvation. So that people will not just say, it's what I did that killed me. I did not do anything. I am just and simple. And to start with, I'm a virgin spinster. I'm not in pursuit of anything of the world, but just for my feeding and accommodation. And my family, they are to whom? They are all living in hunger and starvation, because I'm the senior to them, which I need to take care of them. But since I have not been paid anything, all of them are also sad. I want Wakol officers to help me speak to the authority, police service commission, to pay me all my money in arrears from the date of 1998 till date, including the 20 million naira that was given to me through my former CP for my retirement benefit and all the rest of them, to enable me face my other problem, or even to build a hut for myself, because if I'm to go to my father's compound, I don't even have a place to sleep. The one house given to me by my father when he was alive, that was last year I was told that the house has fallen down with the constant flood and the rainfall, of which if I go down home, I don't even have the money to build a house, nowhere to step down, nowhere to sleep and lay down my head. This is one of the things that make my family members to be languishing in sorrow. I need them to pay me, and then be paying me my retirement benefit also, because I serve the federal government honorably. I rendered honest service to the federal government up to date, which everybody knows. Honorably, I serve. If not for any other thing, to make peace reign among men of different caliber, different tongue and tribes. Because I was being sent in different parts of the country to go and make peace. To go and hold peace talk. To go and arrange where there is a conflict and make peace. Investigate the matter. Bring them together. What about the school control? I control traffic along the road. Then what about the school crossing? Animal crossing? And all the rest of them. There's no type of work, because I'm a general duty police officer. I placed my hand in the whole office. I was detailed to do different type of duty as a general duty police officer before I came into firearms office, where the bandit man was later confiscated by me. I disarmed him because he used to go on robbery with the confiscated arms and ammunition, which the federal government forbid.
Welcome back. Oh, this is far too much for one person to bear. This woman, Grace, has suffered immensely. It's disappointing, to say the least. When faced with injustice, we all run to the police for help, because it's their constitutional role to protect all of us. But when such issues arise within the police force, it is expected that if it is one of their own, they should be far more responsive. But then this is sheer injustice, as alleged by her, has been going on for 27 years. And then a well-meaning Nigerian philanthropist, well-known, Chief Arthur Eze, decided to help her with a whopping sum of 20 million naira. You heard me right. 20 million naira, according to her. After hearing her story, yet she received nothing, not a kobo, not a farthing, not a dime from this money. This is human wickedness, inhuman, sheer subjection, impunity of highest order. People who served diligently as law enforcement agencies, anyone, should at least be treated honorably, so that other officers can emulate. If they need to be discharged, they also be discharged honorably. But the case of Officer Grace is one whose dedication to work was forgotten. And we hope that in her lifetime, she will get justice, that in her lifetime, that her tears will be wiped out, that she will receive what is due for her. It is still Breaking the Silence podcast. Stay with us. We'll be back. Welcome back. It's time to look at the legal perspective. Let's shift our focus a bit. Of course, people who work deserve, anyone that works deserve to be paid. So the law, both Labor Act, National Industrial Court Act, protect the rights of Nigerians, including the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, 1999 as amended, to be paid for work done. And such payment must be as at when due. If the contract does not specify, the default is monthly payment within a reasonable time after the work is performed. If you are not paid, you can file a complaint with the nearest Ministry of Labor, in this case, Federal Ministry of Labor, or raise a grievance with the National Industrial Court of Nigeria. The person concerned could also seek assistance from labor union or a private lawyer. In this case, the woman in question allegedly had her name removed from the payroll of Nigerian police. She, amongst other things, reported to WACO. Now, what is disturbing is it is kind of that this has gone on for far too long. It didn't start, even the current IGP may not even know anything about the case. The current Commissioner of Police in her state of duty may not even know anything about this case. That's why WACO have written. We will come back to the intervention by WACO so we can see what next steps and what can be done to ensure that she gets justice and she gets her wages back. Welcome back. We are still on this case of Grace, and it came to WACO. As usual, people come and lodge complaints. Those who are in need, who can't afford legal services, those who need intervention, those who are in difficult circumstances, those who want help, everyone knocks at the door of WACO. When this case came to us at WACO wrote to the Inspector General of Police, not this current one. And from the document she presented, then the National requested that the matter should follow the chain of command, starting from her station, as can be seen in this document. Efforts have been made in this regard, and nothing has happened. She has written, you can see the documents there. Now, this woman, the worst has happened, because all this while she's been living within the police accommodation. So now she has been asked to vacate her apartment at CPS Enugu. Our team has gone there. They visited her residence and found out that truly she's been asked to leave. But let's be clear, not only her, the police say they want to renovate the building. So all the occupants of that place have been asked to leave. But the question is, to where and with what? She's still working, oh, mind you see where she's cleaning. She's still working within the station on her own. No, not the work for which she's supposed to be doing, because she's been deployed as far as that is concerned. But now the issue is, how will she raise the finance needed to move into another accommodation? And how will she even live? Because everyday living expenses is a struggle for her. These questions are unanswered and need answer from all of us, and especially the police and everyone who has benefited from dedicated police officer. We'll be right back. Yes, we've done our own, which is to write, and we'll keep writing to the authorities to do the needful. But I'm making a special appeal to the current Inspector General of Police. You're a father. This case didn't start with you. It has been on, and you may not even know about this case. It may not have been brought to your attention. So we must actually have to acknowledge that you're not the cause, and you may not have been aware of it. But we're appealing to you, and I'm appealing, sir, imploring you to please look into this woman's case once and for all. If you resolved it, you must have touched an officer and even contributed to responsiveness that we need as leaders. For 27 years, she has lived in abject poverty and penury. For 27 years, she's been demanding what is her right. She's served, and she's still serving, and she's still willing to serve. Of course, she's due for retirement. If she gets her benefits, she should be retired honorably. So use your good offices to please ensure that she's paid her arrears. The Honorable Commissioner of Police Enugu will also appealing to you, CP Mama Beatrice Giwa, PSC. You are, of course, a father, a very disciplined of the CP who has brought a lot of peace and order to Enugu State. Please, sir, use your good offices to investigate this matter and bring it to a closure. Before you came, sir, we heard about Chief Atueze's humanitarian intervention. By giving this 20 million, you may not also be aware, but please help to trace what happened to this money. Was it intended for her? Why did it that she said, she alleged that it was intended for her, but that she never received a dime? What happened to that gift? Who are the people who benefited from that money, or who diverted what if meant for her, as Officer Grace said? This is a test of our humanity. We must help this woman. She is a victim. She is also a survivor. She has served honorably. We will not allow her to be forgotten. So let's support this survivor. This policewoman has served honorably and still serves. We will not allow her to be forgotten. It shouldn't be a case of after service, you're totally forgotten, you're not paid, and you have to fight for what belongs to you. We will remember her and reward her for her act of bravery. Remember how it all started? Doing her work and disarming someone. If you feel her story and want to help her, especially now that she's gonna be homeless and be on the street if care is not taken with this vacation order, please make your donation through the account details showing on the screen. You can also support WACO's vital work for widows and other vulnerable groups. Remember to specify who your donation is for. And here we draw the curtain on today's episode, Served but Forgotten. We are still on Breaking the Silence, and I'm still your host, Professor Joy Ngozi Ezilo, Officer of the Order of the Niger, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, former UN Special Rapporteur on Trafficking. Join us next time as we continue to shine a light on the darkest corners of injustice and continue to help those who are vulnerable to and in search of justice to get justice. Thank you.